Mississippi. On this Veterans Day, we are live from the Mississippi Armed Forces Museum on Camp Shelby. And joining us now, the commander of Camp Shelby, our good friend Colonel Rick Weaver. Colonel, always good to see you, sir. Again, on this Veterans Day, what a fitting place it is to be at the Armed Forces Museum here.
No, I agree, and I appreciate y'all being back out here. And what a wonderful week we've had. Now, I know you've talked to several different people throughout, and it really has been just a totally amazing week. And it's been a great year for me, and a great 2 years and 4 months, actually. So been very pleased, and a lot of good things are going on here at Shelby as well.
Yeah, well, tell us about that. I know we had, last time I think we were here, a Memorial Day, right? You guys were expecting a whole bunch of people to be rolling in here.
We did.
And then we had a deployment out to California for a few weeks as well, right? We were just talking to Colonel Querns about that.
Yeah, they did their NTC rotations. We've had several different events here. Of course, starting out with our JNTC, Joint National Training Capability here at Shelby. That brings in the exercises such as Southern Strike. Then you have Patriot, and of course you have the Marine Special Operations Command. They come here 3 times a year and do their prep work before they go off and do their deployments as well. So we have been very busy just on that. But besides that, we've also, from our mobilization forces, we've done 3 different events there, 2 level 2 events and 1 level 3 event. So the level 2 basically takes where we move and bring in a company and then deploy them. So these 2 are actually, we deployed to, one was Oconus overseas, and then one to Alaska, and that was the Mississippi unit. So brings a lot more pride to you when you're able to do your own unit and get them prepped and ready to go. And then we also have a level 3 exercise. We had about 9,000 people here during that period of time. So we got a little bit busy, and but the team, as always, knocked it out of the park. It really did.
You know, something that all of the military personnel that we've talked to today, and yesterday, as you know, we were at 2 museums, 2 Mississippi museums up in Jackson, and had a chance to visit with General Boyles and Chief Warrant Officer as well, Dukes as well, Chief Warrant Officer 5 joined us. And one of the things we learned from both of them, as we do everybody else here, is just how patriotic Mississippians are and how much they respect members of our military, and that includes our National Guard. But something that General Boyle said that I wanted to run by you, Colonel, was that when the Guard has been responding in some of these natural disasters, as they have, and we've had, unfortunately, our share across Mississippi the last couple of years, and that has mobilized the Guard to come in and help, they remarked back to the General that this is what I signed up for, to be in the Guard. I certainly understand my responsibility to be deployed and the other tasks and orders that I might get, but helping my fellow Mississippians in particular in their time of need has been very gratifying for them.
No, I agree. General Wool's spot on with that, because you take a look at this. As we come through, the Guard has 2 primary functions. One is, just like an active duty, go and fight our wars on foreign territory if at all possible. But from the Guard side, it's also to respond to your state. And I don't care what state you grew up in, home is home. Yeah. But from Mississippi, you know, this is my 35th year in uniform. April will be 36 years. I got in when I was 17, and we've had that conversation before. And I am still just as excited to do stuff for the state. Hurricanes, tornadoes, water crises, whatever it is. Because at that point in time, you're taking care of your own. Yeah. And it's not that I'm not going to do a great job or my team's not going to do a great job for others, but this is where it brings it back home. Yeah. And so from that standpoint, the National Guard, that's the ability to do that. And tying back in, you know, I had this discussion yesterday, is education-wise. If you want to do an allied trades, if you want to get a baccalaureate degree, a graduate degree, or whatever else, I've got 4 of them, and I had $3,500 worth of student loans. How many people can say they got 2 master's degrees at $3,500? And I think I spent that on other things. Yeah. And since my mom's listening, I'm not going to say what it was. So, but those are opportunities that are there. But you're right on, and General Boyles is spot on, because I talked to some of the people from the local communities in around Jackson, and those soldiers and airmen, they said they went out above and beyond as complimentary and making certain that they were taking care of those residents the best they possibly could.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
And I think it's fair to say, Colonel, honestly, I'm not sure if there's any other organization on the planet that's better suited to respond to those kinds of situations than the U.S. military, honestly. I mean, they're built for that. They understand how to get a lot of stuff done with a lot of people in a very organized, orchestrated, disciplined, structured fashion. They've been doing it a long time.
I agree. But what you have to understand is, one, we're very expensive. When you start moving that big stuff, it costs a lot of money. And what we do is you utilize this as your strike force. When it happens, bring them in and take care of them. But I will tell you, Mississippians, and I've been dealing with hurricanes in the military since 1987. And, of course, before that, just being a civilian and being in school. But there's no other place that deals with hurricanes, as I'm talking about the populace, as good as Mississippi. And I rode out Hurricane Katrina at Gulfport. I was the emergency manager for the city of Gulfport during that time.
Yeah.
And General Bulls walked in. He was Major Bulls at the time.
Yeah.
And he said, "Rick, what are you doing?" I said, "Sir, I'm here." He's like, "That's a good place for you to be." And so I rode that out with the city of Gulfport. And you take a look at where we responded and what we were able to do in Mississippi comparative. Florida's doing great. Louisiana's doing a lot better. And from there. And hopefully Alabama doesn't get hit anytime soon.
Yeah.
But there's no other place like that's going to happen from a natural disaster standpoint or anything else.
And it's a sacrifice on the part of the soldiers and the airmen involved in that effort as well, because sometimes they're affected, and they have to kind of put that on hold while they go help their fellow Mississippians.
They do, and as leaders, that's one thing that we really take a look at, because you're balancing both sides of that house.
Yeah.
For a hurricane. All right, the 890th Engineer Battalion is the best response down there. But like you said, they live there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, during a storm, you can't see where Main and 5th is because it blew the sign down. But they know where Main and 5th is because that's home. So to bring them in, and General Bulls and them do a great job with this, we will do that initial push with the team that's there, and as quickly as we can get the 223rd from North Mississippi down, then they do a relief in place and allow them to go back and take care of their homes.
Makes sense.
And we kind of transition, and same thing for ice storms or tornadoes or anything else. You've got to have those experts that are there, that know that place, know what they're looking for and how to get there. And then once you get to that point, transition over and let them take care of what they need to take care of.
And honestly, that's just the human element and the human aspect of leadership, as you articulated there. So tell us again how long you've been commander here at Camp Shelby?
Basically 2 years and 4 months, and that will be coming to an end on December 1st. We're going to do a change of command here at 1300. Colonel Lee Henry is going to come in, and I know he's going to do a great job. He is ready. He's prepared. We've been talking. So I'm a transition just like I did with Colonel Ginn, being the 35th commander. I'm the 36th, and Lee's going to be the 37th commander of Camp Shelby. And he's going to bring it to that next level, because as we all talk, you always want to leave it a little better than you found it. And we've all been great friends, and we've known each other for a long period of time. Bobby and I have known each other almost 30 years.
Wow.
And so the transition from that, Lee and I have known each other for about 10 or 15.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to be, because you know as well as I do, I can get to this point, and you see all the stuff that we've done just this past year on this paper that I have, and we'll read some of it out. And now it's Lee's turn to bring his thoughts in.
Gotcha.
And where's that next step? Where's that next level?
Real quick before we go, tell us a couple of accomplishments you want to highlight.
All right. Like you talked about, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
We're actually hosting the Air National Guard Senior Leader Symposium. All 54 states and territories, they came here. The next 5 years, we're locked in with those XETC operations. So huge operations coming in here. We've done our second Norwegian Foot March. From that, we're doing a driving history tour here, and we've got currently 15 signs up right now. We're going to get 15 more up so people can just drive around and look at the history around Camp Shelby. Reclaim the Fieldhouse Theater and Service Club from World War II.
Okay.
We became a Tree City, USA, the second National Guard installation in the country to become a Tree City installation.
Awesome.
We got the groundbreaking for the new Mates, $16 million facility. And so
a lot going on.
And we've hosted over 227,000 people.
Fantastic.
Last 2 years.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you for your service, Colonel, and congratulations on your success. Good luck in your retirement or whatever you're going to do next. Thank you, sir.